You're welcome to a replay of Clock Tower. I played this game a long time ago on this channel. It was back during the point where I was using a very crappy recording system. I could never get the audio to match up just right, and I don't have that problem with this one. So we're gonna play it again. Besides, it's October. Prologue, Samuel Barton.
Professor Barton. Professor Barton. What on earth are you doing, Professor? You mustn't hypnotize her like this. She's not ready.
Would you prefer her to be hypnotized?
Helen, the Clock Tower murders are fascinating research material for me. I must know the truth of what happened.
She can't take any more of this today, Professor. I'm taking her home.
All right. But remember one thing, Helen. You may be her daughter,
I have an ascot.
but you are also my assistant.
Yes, Professor.
This is basically the tutorial section. You have to look at stuff before you can leave the room. Clock Tower murders. Mass murders of over 10 victims in this case. How intriguing. Jennifer Simpson, only one of 2 survivors. I have to get information out of her for future profiling materials. There's a faint smell of ammonia. Probably from the ammonia. A giant pair of scissors on the desk. They are a replica of the scissors used by the murderer in the Clock Tower case. These are like the weapon he used to slash up his victims. We also had to look at the light switch for some reason. Just a light switch. Junk. My laboratory. Lately I've been doing mostly criminal psychology research. The staff is still here. Yeah, I forgot. You have to play the guess what line's next with this one. A statue. It's cold. One of the items found at the scene of the Clock Tower murders. It seems to be hiding some sort of secret. It'd be a good idea to get an expert opinion on this. Hello. So, Helen left a few minutes ago and she looked really angry. You know, Helen and Jennifer are really beginning to look like sisters, aren't they? I guess that's what happens when you live together. One mustn't let their personal feelings get in the way. Jennifer is nothing more than another research subject, to be discarded after all it can be learned. Helen's desk. Thanks for clarifying that. A stuffed animal looks like a prize won at a fair. That's nice. Scissorman's rubber mask. A kind sold in cheap novelty shops and seems to be fairly popular. People certainly buy stupid things. Especially since he didn't look like that. Harris's desk, clipped out articles of the clock tower story are scattered about. It seems Harris has gone somewhere. Now, what is looking at his desk, not the mask again? Professor, a newspaper reporter is here. Did you have an appointment for an interview? It's about the clock tower murders, isn't it? I guess they want a sensation. Why is this scissor man who really doesn't even exist? Scissor man, it'd be cool if he were real. Huh? Just a joke. I'm not a murderer. Now, you recall from the first time I played this area is muy importante. Decides which character you're going to play as. Oh, Professor. A newspaper reporter was looking for you on the first floor. Oh, thank you. Now, depending on whether or not we talk to him again, we'll change the character. So, with this in mind, coin toss app. Heads, we talk to him again. Tails, we do not. It's 1 for tails. 2 for tails, so we do not. Oh, Professor. I'm the one who called you from Oslo Weekly News. My name is Nolan Campbell. And this is Tim, my cameraman. It's a pleasure. I'm a bit busy. Please keep it brief. But I'll get right to the point. Have you been able to figure out who the murderer is? I can't say anything for sure yet because the victim's testimony lacks credibility. Yeah, the murderer is Bobby Burrows. We know this. Jennifer Simpson, wouldn't it? Yes, but what about her? Oh, nothing really. It's just that we saw her leaving a few minutes ago. And since we'd run into her, we asked her for an interview, but she refused. Can't imagine why. You just said her testimony lacked credibility. I know what you're going to say. That monster she was talking about, the Scissor Man. Whether he really exists or not. It's a kid named Bobby Burrows. That is what our readers want to know. Because the existence of this Scissor Man has become a symbol of terror among youngsters. Yes, and that's because trashy gossip magazines like yours have sensationalized the whole thing. Ouch, that hurts. I'm bleeding, making me the victor. How much I can say to that, is there? Well, let's start from the conclusion. It's the fact that there was a murderer who used a giant pair of scissors as his murder weapon. And he was a child. That doesn't make him into an immortal monster. We're just dealing with some odd screwball who is dead. What about what she said? She was scared. She thought she saw something. Oh, I see, but... Okay, that's it. Interview's over. There's something I must be attending to. Ah, well, okay, I understand. Thank you very much. Sorry I couldn't be as much help as you had hoped. I have to get back to the lab. I'm expecting another survivor of the clock tower murders. He's supposed to be a young boy, about 10 years old. Despite the fact that Mr. Burroughs was looking for daughters that day. And nothing odd here. I mean, did they completely forget what happened in the first game? Maybe there's an issue with the translation? Professor, the boy that survived the clock tower murders is here. Oh, has he arrived already? Yes, he's waiting in the therapy room. Okay, I guess we'll heads or tails it again. Oh, that's right. I still need to get an expert opinion on this statue. I should probably ask Professor Sullivan, the head librarian at the Metropolitan Library. Yes, but there was that old butler at the Burroughs mansion named Rick, who we never saw. I'll show it to him first to see if he knows anything. I'm pretty sure he lives in the suburbs. That narrows it down. I could ask Harris to show it to him. Ask Harris, yes or no? Heads, yes. Tails, no. It's 1 for yes. 2 for yes. Alright, I'll ask Harris to show it to Rick. Harris, would you take this statue and show it to a man named Rick? Is that the statue that was at the scene of the murders? No. Yes, it is. Would you ask him if he knows anything about it? It was not at the scene of the murders. You mean it was in the same house? Very good, thank you. Okay, that's that. I should probably go to the therapy room. And it was in the same house, yes. But no murders actually took place in that room. Thank you very much for coming. How do you do? I am an instructor at the Granite Orphanage. I'm Edward's guardian. Edward? I thought he completely lost all his memory from the shock. Does he remember his name? No, I call him Edward because I say so. He doesn't get to choose. It makes things very difficult. Now, since it's our first day, will you answer some simple questions for me? Okay, Edward? I want you to honestly tell me everything you remember about what happened. Nothing. That's what amnesia is. Yes. Well then, let's get started. It's not selective amnesia. He remembers nothing. You said your hard drive crashed. That's too bad. Yes, I lost all of this morning's data. I hope I can get it fixed sometime today, otherwise I won't get my dissertation done on time. Back up your files, folks. Yeah, don't worry. When Danny gets back, I'm sure he'll be able to help you. You're probably right. In the meantime, I'm going to step out for a bit. Would you ask Danny for me, please? Sure. See you later. Where should I go? Where should I go now? Where should I go? Where should I go? Norway International Hotel. Edward and his guardian are staying here. They're here. Oh, Helen. How's it going? Any results from Professor Barton's therapy? No, we can't give up hope. Sometimes something will jog one's memory. Yes. Will you be staying here long? Mr. Barton also thought it a good idea. We plan to stay here for a while. Oh, really? Well, hang in there, Edward. Yes, Miss Maxwell. Who told you my name? I'll be mobbed by reporters if I go over there. The police station. Where the police are. Assistant Inspector Gotts, the person in charge of the clock tower case, is here. And balding slightly. Well, hey, Teach. Got some new info? No. Have you got any leads? Nope, nothing. That old geezer of yours, he ain't coming clean. You mean Professor Barton? Yeah, that's him. He said there ain't nothing straight about the case. Yes, that sounds like Professor Barton. What about that little cutie? Jennifer? She's still having nightmares. Occasionally. I ain't surprised. She was almost slashed up too, wasn't she? Well, let me know if you learn something. Okay, bye. I didn't realize it was this late. I've got to get back to the university. Very well. You didn't get home. I said to go home, and you said no. University Research Building. Oh, Miss Maxwell. I replaced your hard drive. Thanks, that's a big help. No, it isn't. I'm going down to the lounge for a short nap. What are you going to do? We will all be going home soon, since, it's time to go home. Oh, okay. Well, no need to lock up. Okay. Scenario 1. Helen Maxwell. There's some cosmetics on the shelf brought in by the staff. I don't know which is whose. So let's just smear all of that shit on your face. Is that you, Baker? Oh, it's you, Helen. Baker's still in the lab. Rose, are you seeing Baker again here? Yes, sort of. Well, no matter how late it is, remember, don't use the university as a motel. An old air conditioner that doesn't work very well. So, like every school. The surrounding campus is lit up by the streetlights. It's pitch dark outside. So is it lit up or not? A comic book brought in by one of the staff. What kind of comic? Marvel, DC, Dark Horse? I'll take a quick cat nap, then work on my report. I call top bunk. Not even gonna use the blankets? Hmm? Hmm? Well, now who is it? What's this? Time to go. Thanks for letting me pass. Right neighborly of you. Oh, shit. Okay, I think he's gone. Everything seems normal. Something told me Scissorman was in there. It was me. Somehow her hands are covered with blood. Huh. Let's be a little more thorough than I was last time. It's the men's lounge. As I am not a man, I am denied. Cheap, uncomfortable bunk beds, famous for being squeaky. There's absolutely no one in sight. Someone put on the shelf. Switch doesn't work. Thought she might mention something about Rose. Or maybe I'd be able to look at Baker's body. But I guess not. Professor Fear's lab, he's a psychologist something or other. Yeah. No way to get in. Can I get a drink? No. I need to remain thirsty. And this room is... I wonder if there's something here that might be useful. Evidently not. There's nothing abnormal. There's some tools here. I wonder if it's being repaired. This might be useful. We now have pliers. Personal computers on the table. You should have access to the internet. Of course, this is like the 90s, so you want to put on, try using the internet to get some help. At least turn off the main breaker. Then you're wasting your time. Since I have the volume down so low, I won't be able to hear the music too well. You can imagine that's a bit of a problem. Emergency ladder. But it can't be used because it's locked. It certainly would be a big help in an emergency. The door to the rooftop. It's locked and can't be opened. Oh, that's right. This door's kept locked ever since someone committed suicide by jumping off the roof. Seems kind of pointless. Wouldn't it make more sense to, work on the psychological aspect? Make them not want to commit suicide? The staff whereabouts are on the blackboard. Everyone's gone home except for Helen and two others, Rose and Baker. Well, we know Baker's not going to be much help. That's not a trash can, that is a box. An emergency exit is securely locked. Because screw you. Records of criminals for Scissorman's profiles here too. There are many file cases on mental illness. Harris's desk. There are many cut-out articles on the clock tower case scattered all over it. Harris was quite energetic in his investigation of Scissorman. Danny's desk. It's really messy. Whenever I can't seem to get the reticule to focus on something, I always worry that means he's coming. Helen's desk. Oh no, I left the key to the office laying here. We now have the office key. Beth's desk. It's cluttered with materials. Looks like Beth forgot these. There's a spray can of mace. Must be the one with the powerful, irritating smell. As opposed to the one that smells of fresh pine. It's mace. Volumes on psychoanalysis. Some of them were written by Professor Barton. Old criminal records. Reading too many of these could drive you crazy. Professor Barton's desk. That's right, Professor Barton's phone should be able to call outside. The line is dead. So much for that plan. Get into the therapy room with this. Well, then let's do so. Rose is lying on the bed. I guess she's not going to be any help either. Thanks for puking cleanly. Patient files are stored here. Bottle of medicine. There are files on the desk. There's something written on the file. You discovered hint 4. Hooray! I could be mistaken, but I believe this is the same system file as when I first played, so nice to add something onto that. Her face is caught in the mirror. It's pale and drawn, a face she's never seen before. Does she have that disorder where she can't recognize her own face? Or faces in general? Oh shit. Not buying it. Thanks for waiting. He is such a good sport. Oh, you would. Screw you. Ha! Kick to the balls. Hoppity hippity hoppity hippity hoppity. Hoppity hippity hoppity hippity hoppity. That's right, get lost or you'll get more of the same. Plain, simple table. A sofa. There are small shoe prints on this. These shoe prints look like they were made by a child. Magazine rack. There are many academic journals. There's no sign of anyone inside. Uh-oh. Time to go. Okay, that makes no sense. Wouldn't he assume that I had gone through the door? grand. We have to wait for the fax machine. I think I'll call it a video while we wait. I am the Blues 32. This is Clock Tower. TTFN. Cut out for now.